Everything's literally a journey like this, so we gotta bide our time, we gotta work hard, but most importantly we want to be consistent so that we are able to achieve what is meant for us. Hey everyone, from dreaming of millions to being a US dollar millionaire twice the time coming to helping a million people, this is a story, an odyssey of my journey since I attended Millionaire Mind Intensive in 2016. Challenge is always after the course, right? As you go towards your journey, I then didn't know what to do, so I said, okay, let's do the most simplest thing first, and that was the jar, and that was separating my accounts, whether it was my bank accounts, my brokerage accounts, and man, I didn't realize it, but that worked wonders later. Put it into stuff like fancy cars and all that. Okay, I had some sins, but I put it into things like property, and I also put it into things like other investments that could generate passive income. Cheers. Let me give you a context on what was happening then. I was the CEO then for Billionaire, but my contract was not renewed. So I said to myself, rather than joining the workforce, I thought that, hey, let's try being an entrepreneur. Big mistake. Big mistake. But anyway, I did attend Secrets of the Millionaire Mind intensive. And from there, I remember saying that, oh my God, those numbers are too big. How am I going to get that such big passive income in order to be financially free? So 2017 comes, and my mentor, who's also a mentor for a billionaire in Malaysia, suddenly said, hey, go into cryptocurrency. And I'm like, what? A scam? And let me tell you, if I hadn't attended MMI under Mac, I wouldn't have gone in. But in attending that, I knew that I had to change. You remember the vow? Let's take another vow here with the backdrop of gold, which is the color of financial freedom. Attitudes of wealth winning the mind game. I create my life, I create the exact amount of my financial success. I play the money game to win. My intention is to create wealth and abundance. I admire and model rich and successful people. I believe money is important, money is freedom, and money makes life more enjoyable. I get rich doing what I love. I deserve to be rich because I add value to other people's lives. I'm a generous giver and an excellent receiver. I'm truly grateful for all the money I have now. Lucrative opportunities always come my way. My capacity to earn, hold, and grow money expands day by day. I was right that we just really had to do it. We had to be a good money manager. And suddenly, when I went into crypto, due to the rearranging of my portfolio into the hodls and all that, I was able to hodl. I started with like 25k US. I hodled for like 9 months, most of the accounts there. And then by early 2018, that turned to 1 million USD. Financial freedom here, and I started selling. And when I sold, I didn't really... So you have the accounts like the financial freedom accounts, the long-term savings account, the education account, and all that, right? What I did was I split all my investments account into things like financial freedom account, which you couldn't sell. This is called the hodl. You're going to hold it for long times. The long-term savings, okay, these are slightly longer holds. And then I also had short-term trading accounts. Now this gave me an insight. You see, the traditional way you would arrange all these accounts by sector or all that, right? What I did was, by arranging it by type, I was able to know that, hey, guess what? The things that I were holding on for longer gave less stress, and the things that I were trying to do to short-term trades were giving a lot of stress, giving me a lot of problems, and the returns wasn't there. And the thing that I know from GE is, if you can't be number 1 or 2, then don't do it. So for all the short-term trading, I said, go screw it, everything in Facebook and all this in social media. No, not gonna follow that. Gonna hold for the long term. And then my performance greatly improved. So the gains were put in things like property, like this property in Pavilion Embassy, which now is ready and gives good rental returns. Also in 2018, I started putting things into IPO in a big way, made over 120,000 ringgit in the IPO of EcoWorld International. And if the money is at rest, has nothing to do, I put it in kind of a unit trust fund that yields about 5% a year. So just imagine, suddenly the impossible became very possible. So just say 3 million. If you have 5%, that's about 150,000 ringgit. And of course, if you can make money from IPOs, that's about 100,000, 150,000. Suddenly you have 300,000 ringgit per annum. That doesn't include cryptos, because cryptos is so volatile and you can't always get it right. You only get it during the bull cycle. And even without that, you're earning like passive about 25k ringgit a month. Yes, financial freedom. So really what happened after that was that it was a matter of investing correctly, putting the money in sources that could produce passive income. So suddenly you had this pot, right? And after working for a few years, and then suddenly it grew because of crypto. Here, you still need to water it. You still need to know how to take care of it, because this will generate the fruits that will able to make you survive. So what was happening was that as time went by, it was very clear that the passive income was really getting to cover the expenses here. Passive income was covering the expenses and everything was well taken care of. Now this was because I had segregated the accounts. Some other effects of this, because of the account segregation, for example, last time, I was also teaching. I could see that from my teaching I could make a lot of money only when the environment was bullish for crypto. There would be up years where you make a lot of money, and then there would be down years where you hardly make money. But on the average, it's still good income. So I understood that. So I understood the challenge that people have mentally with sometimes you got to cut your losses. You don't have to do things if the market is not good. That also helped me a lot in managing my business and getting things to be very steady. So here I'm at my house. That's Menara 118, tallest building in Kuala Lumpur. Anyway, this is something funny today that I found out today. It was always in my bank account. I didn't know, or I forgot about this fixed deposit that I kind of set up in 2018. And I was like concerned because, hey, how come there's so much money in my account that I didn't know? Did someone put it there? Am I being used as a money mule, in money laundering? Am I going to be caught by the police or what? No, it wasn't. You see, by separating the accounts, I could easily know that some of the accounts were not performing. As I said, trading, I'm just not good in trading. So I cut that off. Like this fixed deposit was supposed to be the margin account, capital for the margin account for my trading. But because I decided that it wasn't good looking at the performance of trading versus crypto was so much better, I said, okay, we're not going to do trading anymore. Kind of forgot this. So these are some of the good problems that you will have once you implement the jar system. I find myself at this time demotivated, which is why I had to go meet Mac again. I want to go somewhere. I don't know where it is. I don't want to be like my Facebook friends going in and all the social media guys giving a lot of motivation to people. Hey, we gotta do it. Hey, don't give up. Hey, the sky is gonna be bright again and all that. Times are quite tough in Malaysia now because I'm like the Jack Welch, right? You got to be number one and number two. If not, just don't do it. If the business is not doing well, why am I focusing on the business? Slow it down. When it comes back, hey, I'll put all the efforts in. And of course, after that is what would give life meaning after this. Now, don't get me wrong. Demotivated doesn't mean that I have stopped work. Demotivated doesn't mean that I'm not looking forward. I am looking forward to the last Bitcoin cycle, the last hurrah where I really want to smash it. Demotivated means what's next? The pain, the torture of not doing or not knowing what I'm going to do next is what motivated me to really go to MMI Penang. When I saw Mac was there, I said, okay, I really got to go now. 7 years after that first course in Wisma MCA. And the funny thing is, even when you have the fun and play account and also the account where I took my holidays, I could see, oh my God, why am I spending so much time on these holidays? They're just too expensive. So much so now that when I go out for a holiday or something, I spend much less now. I prefer to stay in the smaller hotels that have good Wi-Fi, that has a big space where I can work. For example, in Penang, I was staying in this Apple hotel nearby. The room sucks, but it has a restaurant outside where I can work. The Wi-Fi is very fast, 320 megs. Hey, I'm happy there. I pay only like 130 ringgit. Now, if I had booked earlier, it would have been only 96 ringgit. Compare this to the 300-400 bucks that I was spending on hotels earlier. I only could see all these little things that add up in my expenses when I broke down my expenses in jars. I couldn't have seen it anywhere. So now what happened was the passive income may have held steady, but the expenses were going down even better. So what happened, my net worth was here, and because of my income, passive income coming in, okay, it was maintaining, and then it went up. Oh, what happened then? Well, again, the crypto cycle. We all know that there is a bullish run in Bitcoin every 4 years after the Bitcoin halving cycle. I mean, there's a rule. It's been tested out. Buy Bitcoin 6 months before the halving, sell 9 months after. It always works because Bitcoin is a programmed currency that reduces its rewards every 40 years. So when the next crypto cycle came in, I already prepared. I was already prepared with my money that I would invest. I was also preparing myself that, hey, wait a minute. Last time my accounts taught me that I could make more money teaching, although at that time, 2019, 2020, the teaching volume had gone down. And yes, what I predicted happened again. I made another US 1 million, and I also made a lot of money from teaching during late 2020 to 2021. Why? Because I saw this. Again, the jar system to me is something totally enchanting. It's like magical. It allows you to see a lot of things that you can't see, and yet it is so simple to deploy that maybe you wouldn't think, no, I'm not going to do it. Well, do it. Of course, now you have the problem like me, like I have things everywhere, and I didn't even see I had that money, right? Oh, I have money here, but that's okay. That's a good problem. Make sure you keep some documentation to check whatever is in your account, because once you are a good money manager, guess what? It's going to grow without you, passively. Oh, what a night with that backdrop, right? So let's continue the story here. I went to MMI Penang seeking answers. What to do next? How do I get out of this dilemma of being unmotivated but still motivated? Okay, so really when I went to the lunch event, hey, that was great, right? I could ask Max the question that I didn't want to ask, and really I was kind of expecting that, attend this course, attend that course, attend whatever course. I was surprised when he didn't say that, right? I mean, you guys at the lunch saw it, right? He was saying that, I got to figure this one out, and there was no recommendation on anything actually. And then he said that magic answer, right? He said he wanted me to help 1 million people, and one of the ways that I could do this was still run my training, run my courses, still make money, whatever, but from that money that I make, then I can really help the others who can't afford it. And that's where the 1 million comes in, okay? 1 million people. It's a big task, but I'm up for it. And why? Because you got to understand my background. My grandfather was a teacher. He taught the Islamic scripture, the Quran. Mom and dad was a teacher. I did not become a teacher, okay, but the blood runs there. I am an instructor, so I said, hey, wait a minute, this is in line with what I want to do, because having a teaching background from a teaching family, the legacy is really there. I could teach for the rest of my life and be very happy. And the act of giving that knowledge to people is really, really great. It's really what I want to do. It's really what I want to live the rest of my life at. So this was the answer I wanted, and then my brain started spinning. Okay, in order to do that, I had to change the methodology, right? Because now, I haven't really been emphasizing my business. It really is not the right time. And I said, okay, wait, we have a new plan here. Rather than trying to get people in the courses on a one-on-one or 1-or-2, I got to go one-on-many. I got to be able to reach many people. So what I've done is, I'm joining Peng Joon's course. This is to build a funnel using AI. Now, had I not gone to MMI, I actually signed this up already, I wanted to cancel it. I didn't want to go. This is some motivation thing, okay? You see, I told you guys I was demotivated, right? Having money has nothing to do with being motivated or not motivated. I already paid, but they say, hey, I want to delay this because I don't know what I'm doing. Now I want to go because I want to learn how to sell one-to-many using AI. And AI is something that I'm passionate about. I look at AI stocks. I invest in AI stocks. I like doing things using ChatGPT, Leonardo, Midjourney, and all that, creating new stuff. This is awesome. The next thing that I would do is to be a good instructor to reach that mass of people. I took Train the Trainer, okay? So I'm attending the Train the Trainer course on 5th to 8th of October. Glad to be back to Penang again. I was really hoping it was in Singapore actually, because my friend attended in 2018. That was in Singapore. So I kind of said, okay, I want to go to Singapore. But it's in Penang. So that's also good, Hey, I had a ball eating in Penang, okay? That was great, especially the kway teow longkang. Oh, nice kway teow, halal. And why I didn't go in 2018 was simple. It was a bear market in crypto. So I said, hey, why should I go in something as a bear market, right? In a bear market, I usually slow down my business. In the bull market, I found out, hey, I didn't have time. So this is great to go to Train the Trainer, to really build a new business that has two sides. There is the making profit side, the capitalistic side, but there is also channeling those profits back into helping 1 million people. Now, in helping 1 million people, it is a big task. It is quite daunting, but just as I did in 2016, 2017 before, I really don't think so much about the challenges. I think about the process, just doing it, combining Peng Joon's funnels one-to-many with the skills of Train the Trainer so that the people can really get it. Remember, I'm not targeting the people who are interested in trading and all that. I'm targeting the masses now. What is the package that can help them? I think I will know more. And if I do know something about the journey that I have taken, right? Success is going to be like this, like the bamboo tree, right? It's not going to go like this. It's going to take a long time to develop, and then suddenly it shoots up to the moon. And I am ready for that. So for all of you, I hope you find success. But more importantly, I hope you find yourself. And I'm really excited to see the group. It's a very active group that's very good to actually go in and really practice what has been preached by MMI Intensive. And hey, what do I say now? To the moon, guys. Let's go to the moon.